Hey, Prayus.
Hey James. Hey James, can you hear me?
I see your mic is moving, but I couldn't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you.
How about now? Yeah, you can
Yes,
hear me now? Okay,
yes.
yeah, tell me.
But there seems some static though in your background.
Let me settle down. I'm actually walking to my place. Let me just put my computer down. So sorry about that.
No worries. It's just that I see Andrew is trying to connecting on the mic. Andrew, are you able to
Yeah, I see
connect?
him. Yeah,
Trying to
how are
connect
you,
into the
James?
audio.
Yeah, can you hear me, James?
I still, yeah, I can hear you, but I still can hear the static.
Hi,
Let me
everybody.
try reconnecting. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, I had trouble with the audio, but it's fine now.
Oh, yes. I can hear you now. How are you doing, Andrew? Are you ready for the holidays?
Nearly, yeah. It's a very busy time for us. It's the end of our financial year and lots of things going on. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I know it's like Christmas and the New Year is a big thing over there in UK, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. We get quite a few days off. So I finish next Thursday, and then I get a week off, a week and a bit off. So yeah, it's nice.
Oh, that's good. So like from Christmas all the way to the New Year,
That's
the
right.
week after. Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty normal.
It's good. Any plan go anywhere or or do anything?
No, I let the family come to me this year, so it's less travel, which is always good.
Yes. That's good to hear that. Yeah. I like that. I don't know. I think it's a kind of big habit. I think after the pandemic, I'm kind of used to staying home
Yeah.
more now in the past for some for some reason. So I don't know. Like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. I don't know.
There's lots more people traveling now. The roads are always busy, so and the airports are busy and the trains are busy. So
Yeah, I guess like it's probably like more kind of like way open. I think like Christmas and New Year season. I think since the pandemic, right? I guess like
right.
um people have been trapped for like last couple of years, and now they're eagerly to get out.
Yeah, that's right.
12:05. I'm not sure like, if other people already kind of like getting off or not. It seems like right traffic. I seem like we have an early CDX meeting. Seems like it has been a low turnout as well. Not sure. I think like probably should have sent a reminder to everyone we still have meeting today. But we'll give a few more minutes and hopefully more people will be joining.
Yeah, from our side, can you hear me better now,
Oh
James?
yes,
Yeah,
the static noise is gone.
good.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, the algorithm figured out the environment and settled on a right qualm, right? How the Wi-Fi works, basically. So
Okay.
yeah, from our side, Tony is traveling to Japan. He's actually presenting our work at Semicon in Japan, and also talking to foundries. So, when we go to 2 nanometer kind of technology to make the best economics out of those nodes, you have to go with a desegregated dies. Basically, everything other than the logic transistor is very expensive. SRAM stopped scaling and stuff, right? The analog has challenges. You can't do 1.8 volt natively and all that. So the stuff we are doing becomes very mainstream. I was yesterday and the day before, I was in a workshop virtually only, but it was workshop around chiplet interfaces. It was hosted by NIST and the goal was to standardize is to form a committee and a path to standardize chiplet interface. So we talk about UCIe, we talk about BAW, we talk about custom interfaces, but in essence, what NIST is looking at is how can we kind of just bring everything into a single umbrella from NIST's perspective. So again, even though it was a chiplet interface summit, I saw the most vocal kind of everybody was talking about ADK. I even heard somebody say P80K. And in fact, Michael Durkin, right, who is helping us with JEP 30 and stuff. He was, of course, there very actively participating. And he taught people a lot about what we have done here so far and what we continue to do, we are setting out to achieve. But the common theme is based on what DARPA has been saying, saying what CHIPS Act people are, what everybody, the industry is saying. What we are doing is pretty much at the heart of everything right now, and it's becoming it's resonating so much right now with the industry. uh, so yeah, thank you, James. And
Interesting.
yeah, and from
Is
Siemens
that
side,
what's the name of that
yeah,
conference? Is that the Chips R&D Digital Twin Technical Standard Workshop or?
no, this was NIST is the National Institute of Standards, and
Yes,
I,
I'm looking
I
at
don't know
the
what
event. I'm trying
yeah,
to find the
it
one.
was called Chiplet Interface Workshop.
Oh, Chill Interface Workshop. Is there a link for that? It sounds very interesting though.
This was kind of a kickoff. So the goal was to bring the people in, and then sign up volunteers, similar to what we are doing here, right? So now NIST wants to sign up volunteers to drive that standardization. But again, my point is, even though it was about interfaces, the focus was really shifting around ADK. So that was very interesting to just see. And to continue on that, today I was talking to an expert from Siemens, who's our kind of the guy from our mechanical and material science background. And he looked at your stuff, and he won't be able to help us yet. He'll be joining our work group starting January. So
Okay,
he's out. Yeah. So he has background in device physics and stuff. So he should be a good add-on from Siemens side to our effort here.
that's good to hear that.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we see Jens coming. I think let me just quickly start something. I think hopefully more people will be joining. Let me see, share my screen quickly. Okay. Yeah, I know Tony is traveling, so he's likely might not be able to join, but hopefully we will get his and other feedback when they come back in the future. So just kind of follow up, I think from our previous meeting 2 weeks ago. So we have put the agenda that we talk about this spreadsheet, right? So we extend quite a bit on the use cases. I think that is pretty good. I think Andrew has also helped to integrate. I think part of his material properties for the simulation into these use cases here. So and from there, we kind of would like to have a few kind of action items. I think to get some thermal and mechanical more participation from the Intel side. So we talked to Jen in a previous meeting, but we don't see him in this meeting, so we probably have to follow up in the next meeting with him. And oh, hey Roger, you're here. That's great. And I'm glad you can make it. I was kind of thought you won't be available. But thanks for joining. So yeah, we just kind of going through, I think the agenda, I think that we set from the previous meeting. So I think regarding the spreadsheet, I think we went through that extensively quite a bit, I think on the use cases wise. Now we just kind of go over and see who is here and to trying to follow up. But I think Roger here, I think I just share something. I think that material information from the ASE side. So I think in the moment, I think April can share a bit more with the team here. And we'll see that. I think since a lot turnout today, I think hopefully more people will join. If not, Roger, I think if you are available in the next meeting, we probably may have to. There might be follow up. I think for additional people will join at the time there. and then yeah, we have used some update on some conference attending, and then like he also talked to some experts from Siemens that will likely to be able to join in the new year, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, which is probably I think in a few weeks from now.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
Yeah. And then we have that we don't have Rudy here. I think we're just trying to get Rudy from Cadence to see if there's any Cadence tools like that could be relevant for this material analysis and properties that you can read here and then for references and see like what material might be related can be incorporated here. And then Andrew, right? Did you get any chance to chat with more expert from ANSYS to review the material properties that we have?
Yeah. I talked to one group, which is our electronics reliability group. So they're the ones that I think that are a bit unique, and probably doesn't. We probably haven't had that view. So I got some good information from them. They kind of pretty much agreed with what we've got. They gave me a few extra things to put in. I just haven't had a chance to update the spreadsheet yet. But things are a lot quieter next week, so I'll have a chance to add their input in next week.
I see. Right.
They were that some of the things that they were talking about were like kind of things like kind of creep in solder balls, and where's my notes? Yeah, and a bit more information on fatigue and how they predict life of electronic circuits, kind of based on vibration and those kind of things. So yeah, there was some good information there, which I'll get in here.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear that. Appreciate for sharing that. So yeah, hopefully I think that there will be more updates from you. I think next week. I think like in the next meeting, I think it's put here for material reliability or something like that. And we have so I think but you say who will be the you say specific background like from the Siemens expert like you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, I forwarded the series to them, but they will only be able to contribute starting January, and they kind of come from our Siemens as organizationally, if you think about it, right? So Siemens has ECAD division that we traditionally associate ourselves with, and then Siemens has MCAD, where you have tools like floater CFD tools and FAE tools. So the person we are talking about here is they come from that side of the organization, but they have a background in device physics, so they kind of fit very well with our ECAD MCAD synergy goal here. Yep.
Got it.
So I have forwarded the invite to them, but they'll join in January.
Sounds good. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I showed them the MDK, the material Excel sheet, Google sheet we have, and they felt like they could really add value to what we have done there, and they had very good things to say about you, James.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. I think I like we love I think them to come in and join and talk. If they want to talk even before that, I think like just to get a warm up information, I could be available as well. I think
yeah
talk and before the next meeting or something.
Yeah, so whenever January we start, right? When they can start, I could introduce and we go from there.
Sounds good. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah. And then one more thing is that I tried to follow with Mutu. I think the last time I talked to him update, I haven't heard back from him. I think since I trying to follow up recently about we at some point I think I recall we have kind of like it seems like they have a lot like information on the bonding material side at the Western Digital. So last time I talked to him, it seems like there seems to be some reorg going on within the Western Digital. That's why they kind of put on hold a lot of this kind of like the information that they were able to share with the industry. So and that's probably why I think I will hear from him. I will trying to follow with him again. I think and in the before next meeting and see where things are on his ends. Hopefully he can rejoin the group again at some point. So last time I hear, like likely I think like end of the year or early next year, I think like then most likely he will be able to kind of like free up or to do so. One other thing I think it just before we come to I think Rogers I think showing some material is like aside this spreadsheet I think I remember I think we do have some documents that we prepared very early days. So I think in the first one or two meeting, very first I think or second meeting that we put in some very draft information. So as a typical I think a standard process, I think I'm like with the OCP, we typically like with this kind of like work groups, we creating a documents kind of like white paper potentially, and then like from get to put all information together, right, at the outcome of this meeting, right? So or the work groups, right? So I'm kind of like they have a standard kind of template. So like just kind of use like from like other groups that we already have. I think we have some template, right? So it could be a white paper. I think that's one of the standard one, typical one. So what I'm done is just trying to put whatever information that we already have, right? Me share some of this might not be like updated relevant. I'm just kind of put in there press order. But a lot more important is that I'm kind of put like the press order for the information from the spreadsheet here that we talk about. I think that is it's based on a use cases side. And information also I think I contribute from the Andrew side on the material case. So I'm trying to put that into a document here. I think and put a press order. We can start doing enough information here. And one thing I want to highlight is because this document I think it has a very good structure where including there's a glossary. I think that's probably things that we might need here. I think because there are a lot of different fields, there are a lot of this kind of terminology. I think we probably can use put in here. I think people come here for reference, and I think definitely is a references, right? So I'm just kind of put highlight here, which this link to a spreadsheet, and then there is like the GitHub folder that we created. I think I shared in the meeting minutes. I will share these all this information in the meeting minutes as well. This one I think mainly I think eventually when we get this more complete and more structured in place, what we want to do is just starting to do some formatting, right? I think right now so far I think we have been kind of thinking about more like leading into like the XML, right? So we have like this kind of SDK, not SDK, right? SSD, which is like the schema for the MDK. Don't know about this one. I think this is just something that we took from the CDXML that we used to have. I'm just kind of put a placeholder there, but we can use, I think I hear from Andrew and Nancy's have quite a bit of the XML structure there, so people can use that and combine here. So I think that's something probably next thing after we're more structured, we can start focusing on putting information here into this document. So eventually I think this can be published to the OCP website. If you go to OCP website, you can search for a white paper. This will come up. And I think what's more important, one thing is that we're going to start including like the contributors' names and the companies here if they want to, if they're representing a company. So I think that will kind of help. I think it's kind of like the attributions, right, to the volunteers that contribute in this open source information here. So yeah, just want to give a highlight here. I think something that we are putting in place. Once we have more kind of enough information. I think I more kind of like cover most of the structure we right to cover, and then we'll start moving, I think, on the documentation side. And then I think that documentation, I think, will serve multiple purposes. I think it will go into this GitHub. I think ultimately, I think GitHub is one place. It's good to put everything together. So I think it will contain the document, the spreadsheet, and other information. So and then like every time I think this can be used by industry, right? Any industry and company interested, they can come to here and get this information publicly. This is a public repo. We're also planning to integrate in with the JDEC, right? So I think that's already one of the plans. So I think so one standard process is we're going to hand over this document material information with the spreadsheet and also this GitHub, and with some formatting we define to the JDEC, and then they will take that information to integrate into the some JDEC chapter. I think it could be a part models or other kind of components within the JDEC. I think yet to be decided. So I think that's kind of process that we used to have, and this is the logistic want to let you guys inform. Any questions you guys have on this?
So what's the kind of timeline from here then? I mean, what are we gonna try to aim for?
Yeah, given the kind of progress that we made so far, we on this one we still have a few. I think coding feedback. I think you're making pretty good progress, especially on the material for simulation. And then we have some update from Roger. He's going to share with us in a little bit, on the manufacturing or ODSA or assembly side. And then we have some Siemens, I think expert will come in, I think on the material side as well from EDA, I think to provide more inputs. So we are trying to solicit also from Cadence and also Intel, and see any in additional information that from the fab side, and also from the other EDA. I think that can help to, I think more solicit more information, I think, or more complete information related more to the material for the chip, for the 3Ds in the chip. And then and then we'll see if we can get also on the bonding material side, I think, cover base. So I would say see, depend, I think end of the year, I think the next meeting today is 14, next meeting 28 might not get any kind of participants as well, likely. So I think mostly I think we will have January, and then in 2 meetings in January, I was thinking about we most likely can get or hopefully we can get a lot input. I think in January timeframe, especially I think as I just mentioned, Siemens will have some people to participate, and then from you we'll have some participate. So I think by January, end of January, we should be able to get more complete on this structure wise, and then we can start kind of working on the documentation there, and probably take 1 or 2 meetings. I think I put into information. I can do a lot of that work side too, since I done, I think in the previous integration with CDXML, so I can put a lot of information in here, and then you guys can help to review and put additional information on it. Probably in the next 1 or 2 meetings can review. Sometime I think best case scenario, we might look targeting around February timeframe.
Okay.
On the high level, yeah. Any other questions from anyone on the logistics side? Hey David, it's nice to have you.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Jim.
talk about some documentation. So we just kind of it's a light traffic today, but I'm just kind of going over, I think the update stuff from the previous meeting agenda. So we're trying to follow everyone, and some people are not here, so we're going to put in the folder here. But I think we do get some feedback from Andrew, checking with the NCs. They are more kind of expert, I think, everything, NCs that can provide feedback, and you can able to share the next update in the next meeting. And then there'll be some materials, I think teams within the cement, I think as Pius mentioned, they would likely be able to join the next training to help to contribute on this. Which which really good. So yeah, and then we talk about, I think so as talked to you before, I think we're going to do some documentation. So I think we put all this information together as a kind of like handover and for the JDA and for anyone for the integration purposes. So we're just going to use this kind of standard kind of like document format that OCP has. We probably start this when we have more kind of complete information. I'm just kind of put like a skeleton here based on what we have, and then we'll probably like get everyone help to contribute on this as well. Also kind of quickly, yeah, share also like the GitHub that we have created before, and then where all the materials will eventually put and share in this folder. Yeah, I think that's what we have so far. So since like Roger is here, so I think yeah, as God mentioned, I think Roger has shared some information from the ASC side. So I think I related especially for the packaging and assembly. I think this is like the slide. I think that's what Roger has shared. Yeah, Roger, you want to kind of like give your overview or
Okay, that's fine. I quickly go through what's the meaning of this slide.
Right.
And we just let everyone know once we got the simulation requirement, no matter the wabi, always a customer always requests to do the I think the 3 type. The first type is the wabage, is a package wabage performance. The other one is the stress. Yeah, you know the package durability test. So customer always requests us for the package stress to know the high or low risk. And the other one is the thermal. So once we receive the customer requirement, we will define the package name. Then you can see the right hand side. We call it the package outline drawing, POD, package outline drawing. Then we can easily understand what's the initial package structure. For example, I just draw the simple photo for your reference. Is like the FCBGA. So with the heatsink. Okay, so you can see the cross-section image. We define the green color is the substrate, and you can see the yellow color is the adhesive thickness, and you can see the height type of the heatsink. Then in the middle side, you can see the die is the blue one, and have the bump is the gray one, and the black is the on the field over the molding compound. And the other one is we have the TIM, a thermal drill or the fin to interconnect to the heatsink. Then you can see I showed a substrate drawing in the bottom side. Yeah, you can see the C4 area, the black area, and have the SMT pad and the related distance. And from the simulation requirement, we need to know the package size. Yeah, you can see the right-hand side list items. As I mentioned, the first one, we need to know the package structure. Is the FCBGA or the wide bond or the QFN and so on. And the other one, we need to know the body size, is the package size. Then the die size and the thickness. Thickness, we always trade the without lapping die thickness of the 31 mil, just around 780 micrometer. And if you have the DAF is the die attached fin, or you use the TIN thermal drill, you must address the type and the thickness. And the other one for the bonding portion, we need to know the PI type and the thickness. And the other one is the underfill over the, as I mentioned, the TIM and the heat sink type. The other important thing is the substrate information. Due to the substrate is very important for flip chip BGA. So we need to know the layers, thickness, and the core type, and the PP type, and the solder mask. Besides this, we still need to know the modules and the CTE. For example, for the general die, yeah, I show the general one in here, die and the lead and the copper. And I also show the substrate core material, use some general material as the example for your reference. We need to know the type and the modules and the CTE and the TG. Besides this, we always request the supplier to provide, it's for the epoxy or on the field over EMC, the electric molding compound. As the right-hand side table, you can see the data sheet always shows the feeder content and related the properties. For this information, could let our simulation team to provide warpage and the stress and the thermal result for your product. Is a general guideline for your reference. So I think for the simulation property requirement, maybe we need to buy package structure. For this slide, just for the FCBGA. For the wide bond material, maybe the items would be different. So I'm not sure that due to I saw the Excel file shows the material properties, but I'm not sure should we define all the material in the one table if we don't buy the different package structure, maybe we'll have some confusion in here. So yeah, that's my opinions for your reference.
Can you repeat that again? Like what's your opinions again? You see, like what material information to put in the spreadsheet?
I'm not sure. Should we based on the different package structure, just like the FCBGA define one document, and for the wide bond product or the flip chip CSP or for the QFN product, then have his own property list.
Yes, I think so. I think every kind of have a different requirements. I think we should try to list them separately, and then obviously there are a lot of commands properties, and then we can kind of like consolidate them after that, or we can kind of like list one more comprehensive one, and then we can kind of like use the other as a subtype, as a needs for that. Eventually, we will kind of group that way, but I think but which way is easier for you to style? I think that will be right helpful then. But eventually we'll like to cover as I think whatever that kind of popular package will be useful in this kind of like 3D and like integrations. Yeah, we would like to cover them. I think like this one, I think is the FCBF, right? It's kind of one of the BGA, right? I think probably is pretty common and popular here. So whatever I think common and popular for 3D, we should try to include that.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, due to the 2.5D or 3D or the fan-out product are very popular topic in recently. So that's why I use the FCBGA as an example to address this topic.
Right. I think like for some other like fan out and things like that, there probably some other property as well, right? I think there's some of the VR, right? The TSV and things like that, or hybrid bonding, mentioned there, or like couple to couple, those kind of bonding and things like that. I think I will require some sort of material information there as well, right? So specific to those kind of technology. So I think, yeah, if it's nice to, I think, to be able to expand those information and to trying to cover, I think, that materials that will be required there. And I think probably easier, I think, if we can just go to each packaging and then see what they need, and then we can kind of right, you can always kind of create, I think I can create one spreadsheet for you. I think just for the packaging side, I think you can just expand there for each kind of different packaging technology, what information might be needed there. And then we can always, it's okay to have redundancy, and then we can consolidate them right later on once we see, same as like what we do in use case, right? There's some redundancy here, right? In different kind of the physical thermal, I think they all at some point require some sort of on the mechanical information, right, or stress information, right? So we will eventually consolidate this information together. But have the other place potentially reference point to all this will be can be an object, right? In XML especially, I think so we can probably create object for some the thermal conductivity, for example, or object for these kind of modulus and things like that. And then that can be referred in many places, right, that require to use those kind of the information or materials.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great. So yeah, so I think this is very good information. I think probably, and again, I think I will create a spreadsheet, and then maybe I can help to put whatever information that I can see here, and then probably I think also you can help also to fill, I think, under maybe separate, I think I probably going to put in here what we call packaging information, so, or packaging materials. I think it's good. I think from your perspective that whatever the assembly that require this packaging information and material information. So I think then I think for this kind of the other parties like the chip providers or the chiplet providers or die provider, I think they will be able to provide whatever information that is needed, and then something as well, I think that will probably be useful to know, I think for different technologies that when they do this kind of the packaging selection, they were able to know what materials are there and during the design, then they can know based on the needs of the chip that they're building, the application, then they will know what packaging, I think, materials selection, I think will make sense for that.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of my input so far. Anyone else have any other questions on this? It is something good, I think, to start with on the packaging side. I think this is pretty extensive coverage. Anyone else have any comment? Andrew, do you have anything or use?
No, I agree with you
think...
because go ahead, Andrew.
No, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so my experience in the last 6 months dealing with some of the 3D HI exemplars that the industry is envisioning. The vehicles, pilot vehicles, let's say, for what we are doing, they all involve variants of all different technology assemblies, right? Including wire bond, actually, because wire bond allows you to break out from the middle of the 3D stack as long as it's kind of not similar sized, right? So there are examples of that. So I agree with you. Yeah. And one new thought that I had was, when we talked about mobility, right? It comes as a kind of mobility numbers would come from the foundry, but then it's a function of many things that the packaging, the kind of analysis we are trying to do here, stress and temperature. These are two beyond the, so there is doping, of course. The foundry knows that, we don't know that, right? So that will be coming from them. But the temperature and the stress knob will have to be opened up to us, right, at the packaging level. So there will be components of PDK that have to be exposed to this MDK or ADK. By PDK, I mean traditional foundry PDK. And new models, new knobs for the device models would have to be put in if they don't exist already.
Can you repeat that again? You talk about the mobile breeding.
I use mobility as an example because that kind of led me to think. So mobility, right? We don't extract mobility. It comes as an it likely comes as a number, probably a function of temperature today. I don't know if it comes as a function of stress already. If it does, it's very well and good. But those are probably modeled within the foundry PDK today, right? So we need to expose those at the package level, because now at least the 2 variables out of 3 that mobility here is dependent on. And then there could be others. For example, we could talk about silicon orientation, right? The lattice structure orientation, which ones we are using. And I'm not an expert. I don't know how the SiO2 works there, because when we are talking about hybrid bonding, maybe different silicon orientation could have an impact. I don't know that. So
Right.
there are parts of traditional PDK that properties of traditional PDK that need to come out also at this level.
Yeah, I think there will be combination of both. I think like there will be traditional and then there will be new thing that you talk about there. I think like when you talk about the mobile, you're talking about like maybe like the something like thermocycling and those kind of things like potentially I think that will be useful. I think especially like talking about in the automotive industry and things like that, those are more kind of critical and important to them, right? For those kind of use cases.
Yeah.
Right. That's very interesting. I think like do you know like someone in that Siemens have this kind of background knowledge that can able to share some information there, or you think that something is still very new?
I'm sure we have people with the expertise, right? I'm also only very new at Siemens, right? Only 6 months, and I'm rolling in permanently. So starting in new year, I'll have more leverage to bring. If I can help expedite things by bringing in more people, I'll do that.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'll put a note there and then I'll follow up on this. I think in the next meeting, I think I can see if we can bring additional expert. I think to also expose those areas that you mentioned. Thanks for sharing that. So Andrew, do you have any kind of feedback just now? You were trying to say something.
No, I just gonna say that'd be good to get some more examples and the other package types. Yeah, so just agreeing really.
Right. So Roger, is this the diagram that you put here? This is like one type of the BGA, or is that very generic diagram? Is that a specific example here, or?
Yeah, just the BGA with the heatsink. Yeah, it's the general one.
Okay. So maybe you can also kind of share with others, kind of like the fan out one, and also yeah, I think fan out is another popular one, right? So you can share that. I think additional information from there, like what is not included here. I think that would be helpful then. Or any other packaging that you think might be like relevant, right? Or popular today, right? For the 3D and 2.5D.
I need to check. But I think the concept is the same. For the fan out, maybe it's the die to die stacking all the side by side, and we still need to know the die thickness or the TSV. I mean the VO diameter or the length and the width and so on. Yeah, I can find maybe the 2.5D or the fan out package outline drawing. Yeah, maybe we can discuss this again. But I think I just want to point out once we need to do the simulation, the related dimension and the property information is needed for simulation. Yeah.
That totally makes sense. I think we do have a lot like this kind of like physical information covering the existing part model and also CDXML. So I think this will be a lot focused on the material side, but I think it's good to list in here. I think for references. Yeah, I think but I think a lot of this kind of material information that you cover, I think that will be very will be I think directly I think useful in here. And also I think for type simulation, if there's some sort, I think the high level, I think on kind of like the what are kind of like the simulation you're running, or like what kind of like information that you need there. I think I can see the modulus CTE TG here. Okay, I think this is one type here. Under field modulus TG. Okay, CTE. Is that the main three things that you doing on the modulus and CTE? Are there any other simulation that you might be doing, like such as like the thermocycling and things like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one I think the package how to say that package we need to know the detailed package structure. The dimension is very important for the warpage. And then the other one is the modules and the CTE. Maybe the corner stress is very important when packages run the reliability test. So sometimes we need to know where is the high risk, high stress area. Then we need to do the maybe special recipe control over the extra assembly process routing to solve to reduce the stress. And then it's the other direction for your reference. Yeah.
That makes sense. So on your green table on the right here, so you have the grade, right? So pretty much I think this example you show here, I assume like the first one is the name of the component, and then the second column is a unit, right? And then the last one is just the grade number that you
for the green table, I think it's just the same example. Yeah, due to once you request material supplier to provide a data sheet, they may provide such kind of the table. Yeah, just for the example. Yeah.
Got it. I think there are a lot of terminology very specific to assembly here. I think that's very good to run that here. I think and to be included in this kind of material information.
Yeah.
I think right.
Yeah, for example, for a lot of many Japanese suppliers, just like on the field or the molding compound, just that maybe like the Nomis or the Sumitomo. Once you request them to provide a data sheet, they may provide such kind of the green tables data for your reference. Then we can use this one as our database to do the simulation.
Right. This is pretty much a lot for the substrate side, right? I think there are a lot like kind of Japanese company making all of this kind of substrate, right? I think there's one code I think you put in here, just like kind of Ajinomoto, right? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we need to start putting this information, I think, in that spreadsheet, and then always have this reference to this document, I think, from the main document there. And then the spreadsheet will use as the, I think, the create the structure for eventually, I think, create the schema for this kind of information for the standard format. So yeah, we'll start looking into it, and then we'll probably, I think, get helps from you, Roger, to work together on it then.
Yeah, sure. We can work together. No problem.
Yeah, appreciate that. Any David, any feedback from you? Or Yan?
No, nothing from me. Thank you.
Okay. Yan, do you have any feedback on this one or any input?
No, it's just good to get, good to see some other feedback coming in. You know, well, like you say, we need to capture it in the spreadsheet.
Right. Yan Tan, can you hear me or hear us here? So I'm just wondering like if you have any kind of feedback and input on this. I don't see he responding. He probably not able to listen or on some other distraction there. So yeah, I think this is good. I think one thing important, I think that's why I kind of point out there we should have kind of like the terminology of the glossary. So I think like this a lot of this kind of seems like there are like terminology I think like glossary I think especially then show here used in the like specific industry. I think I for example this kind of like ABF, right, this kind of like the TIM, EMC and things like that. I think I could be useful I think like to make definition there. I think to be I think clear I think for industry in general. I think I know what it's talking about. So that's something we will be continue to work on there. All right, I think that's good then. I think if there's no have any other input here, I think it's a great I think presentation from Roger here. So are you guys going to be around in the next 2 weeks? I think it's a 28th. It's kind of Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, sorry. It's a like Christmas and New Year kind of like holiday weeks. Are you guys going to be available?
I won't be, no.
I see.
Yeah, likely no.
Yes, but you should also let you know. Yeah, that's why I guess I thought so.
The one on 28th, right? On
Yes,
week of
the one on
Christmas.
28th, kind of like all full timing, like in between the Christmas and the New Year.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right? Yeah. Roger, how about you, right?
Maybe I cannot join on 28.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. So, David, like you too, right? Or we talked in the early meeting, so it seems like
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town.
got it. Okay, yeah, so sounds like maybe makes sense that we skip that meeting there, and then we will kind of like reconvene in the new year. But we always can exchange email. I think I will send that meeting minutes, and then we can always follow up from there. And from now in between before New Year, if anyone got any time to make some progress here, we can always like kind of do an email exchange. I probably have a few kind of agenda I think to kind of like help to put some disinformation, especially I think and make some little bit progress there. So if anyone, have anything that right to follow, we can always do the email exchange there. Yeah, if there anything else like from anyone, so just one last call around the table, Andrew.
No.
Okay.
For you.
All right, that's good. And Prayus, anything else from your end?
No, thank you.
That's good. Okay. Roger, how about you?
Yeah, no. Thank you.
Okay. Good. David?
No, nothing from my end. I just wanted to say that this work is really cool, and I'm really happy how it's coming along. So thank you, everyone, and want to wish everyone happy holidays.
Yep, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you. I think I like for the compliment. Yeah, and thanks everyone. I think for the contribution. I think we're going to communicate about the new work in the new year. I think hopefully we can get more structure then, and then we can put some again, I think into some documentation for the integration. Hopefully it could be some sort of like white paper. So I think then we will have everyone. I think I contribute. I think I start putting the contribution name here, and we can start sharing with the industry. Yeah, I think if nothing else for everyone, so again wish everyone a happy holiday and a happy new year. We'll talk to you guys again next year.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bye.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Again, I can just hear you. I think he's dropped, but never mind. All right, bye now.